Thank you, Mr. Forson. What do you make of the budget? Excited?
Terrible.
Why terrible?
Terrible in the sense that this budget seeks to do one thing: to compound or increase the hardships of the ordinary Ghanaian and businesses. So it's not only going to affect households, but businesses should brace up for difficult times. What I want to urge this administration is simple. They need to let Ghanaians be aware that there's a difference between what the COVID-19 has done to our economy and what their own mess has done to the economy. George, if you are to track the fiscal deficit path, it is obvious that this government has never engaged in fiscal sustainability, fiscal consolidation. Oftentimes, they hide behind below the line and above the line. If you fail to classify energy payment, if you fail to classify financial sector payment as fiscal deficit, yet it adds to debt, and you create impression that the fiscal part is coming down, who are you deceiving? In the end, you see where the debt is. For 4 years in a row, year on year, this government has added approximately 20% of GDP additional debt. And you know, they took the debt from 120.3 billion, grew it from 56% of GDP to approximately 76% of the GDP. What this means is that within a year, 4 years, Ghana's debt has increased from 120.3 billion to 291.6 billion Ghana cedis. It raises the question of sustainability. The taxes here that they have introduced, let me tell you, some of them are very distortionary. I mean, a tax on banks. Who said that banks are doing well at this stage? At the time that private sector is struggling, and you are telling me that you are going to impose taxes on banks. The banks are not for the Christmas. Certainly you will see an increase in their bank charges, because obviously someone must pay for it. Investors will not pay for it, and that's why there's deadweight cost. This is going to be distortionary to the business community. Apart from that, let me also assure you, we know gambling is destroying our youth. I thought government is going to take steps to possibly ban it. You know, they want to profit out of it, because government want to encourage gambling at this stage. And the kind of taxes that they have lined out there, I'm sorry to say that this budget is going to introduce hardship to households and to ordinary Ghanaians. Terrible, terrible.
This is some of the fiscal recommendation or measures that they are putting in place. Is it not similar globally in terms of how governments are trying to cream a little bit of the population to finance COVID-related expenditure and all those things?
George, it would be wrong for you to sit here and think that COVID has done something to the United Kingdom, for instance, or the US, for instance, and for that matter, what COVID has done to the US economy or the UK economy is similar to what it has done to Ghanaian economy. The two can never be the same. The two can never be the same. You see, as we speak, the British are on lockdown, and they've been on lockdown for tell me how many times, and for how long? How long were we on lockdown? What is the impact on the economy? So for us to generalize it, I think I have a difficulty. This economy was actually going down before COVID. An attempt to blame it on COVID will not fly. In the coming days, we are going to ensure the proper presentation will be made to the people of Ghana, where we are going to look at the fiscal part, the debt on sustainability issues from 2017 to 2019, pre-COVID and post-COVID, and isolate COVID expenditure and non-COVID expenditure to prove to Ghanaians that the mess we are in today, it has nothing to do with COVID, but indeed it has to do with mismanagement of the economy, one, and two, you can see that what is happening here is also as a result of election year expenditure, which